talking about grading practices, I like to start the conversation by asking a question. If I were to give you a grading scale that took the numbers 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and they corresponded to A, B, C, D, F, and so an A would be a 4, a B would be a 3, a C is a 2, a 1 is a D. In that scenario, if a student did not turn in an assignment, what number would you assign them? Now, I know most people say 0, and that will be the correct answer, and it's also mathematically accurate. The problem we have in education is most teachers use what's called a 100-point scale. So on a 100-point scale, typically 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, and so forth. But when we get to the F, there is a wide variety of 59 points between a 0 and a D, which is a 60. So an F is anywhere in this universe, okay, of 0 to 59. In that scenario, it's not mathematically accurate. In fact, when I asked the question on my first question of a 4-point scale, nobody gave the answer of -6. But when we assign a 0 to a student who doesn't do an assignment or doesn't turn in an assignment, that's essentially what we're doing. So we want to be mathematically accurate when we assign a grade to our students. This is something our guiding coalition, which is made up of teachers, parents, and administrators, really looked into, and we had a lot of discussions about. So to be mathematically accurate, if a student doesn't turn in an assignment in a 100-point scale, you probably want to give them a 50. Now, a lot of people really struggle with that idea. Why should they get 50 points for doing nothing, right? So what we talked about is what is the appropriate response when a student does not turn in an assignment? Well, it's not mathematically accurate to give them a 0. We don't want to give them 50 points for doing nothing. So we determined that the appropriate consequence when a student does not turn in an assignment is to make them do the assignment. And so a change you'll be seeing, and a journey that we're going to begin with our staff and our students, is that when a student does not turn in an assignment, we're going to make them do it. So that could look like a teacher tells a student they have lunch detention and they're going to have their lunch with the teacher and make up the assignment then. Or it could look like you have to stay after school in mandatory after school tutoring to get the work done, because the content we're teaching, the skills we want you to learn are so important that we're not going to let you off the hook with a 0. We're going to make you do the work. When we take this approach, the kids don't get so far behind. Oftentimes it happens where kids are getting these 0s, which aren't mathematically accurate. They end up so far in the hole. I've seen it happen where it's November and kids have such a low grade, there's no chance for them to recover. Well, that's not good. That increases our dropout rate. We have a responsibility to make sure that every kid learns, to make sure they do the work. So kids are going to have to do their assignments. I love our students, and I'm telling you guys, I believe in you, and I want you to be successful. So if you don't turn in an assignment or it's late, we are going to hunt you down and make you do the work, because we want you to learn, we want you to earn credit, we want you to graduate high school, we want you to be productive members of society. When we just assign a 0 and forget about you, we are throwing you to the wolves of the world and giving up on you. And I don't want us to give up on kids. I want to make kids learn. So I'm encouraging all our students to come into this school year with a great attitude that you're going to take care of business. You're going to turn in their assignments when they're due, all of them, and they're going to be complete. And if you're struggling, you're going to get the help and the support that you need. But if you don't turn it in, we're not going to let you off the hook with a 0 that's not mathematically accurate. We are going to make you do the work in some type of a mandatory tutoring scenario. So let's get ready to come back to school and let's win in academics.